What's going on, vibers? It's your boy J.S. Vaughn. And guess what, y'all? We back with another one. Today's track is called Justice by your boy Kamakaze. Let's jump right into it, fam. Let's go.
Yo, listen, look. How are youths gonna better themselves when they don't know any better themselves? Police are quick to
I like how it's coming down, man. How the youth gonna better themselves when they don't know how to better themselves? You know what I mean? I like that, yo. Let's go.
How are youths gonna better themselves when they don't know any better themselves? Police are quick to throw breddas in cells. The more shit you talk, the better it sells. Everybody's like wetters and shells, lemon and scales, heaven and hell. Where you going, fam, never can tell. No, you never can tell. And girl, you probably think that you excel. Showing pics of your back, that's XL. Yeah, man, sex sells. And girl, you probably think that you excel. Showing pics of your back, that's XL. Yeah, man, sex.
He said, what he said, and girls, you probably think that y'all excel showing pics on on of your backs. That's XL, you know what I mean? This shit is crazy. Let me find out.
And girl, you probably think that you excel. Showing pics of your back, that's XL. Yeah, man, sex sells. It won't end well. Like training day for Denzel. And girls want a baby dad, but don't want their baby's dad to be their baby's dad. That's
Okay, man. This dude is saying a lot of things and a lot of things to compact and whatnot. Yeah, sex sells. It won't end well. Like training day, then for Denzel, and girl want a baby dad but don't want their baby's dad. You know what I mean? You see that don't make no sense. Girls want a baby dad but they don't want their baby's dad to be in their baby's to be their baby's dad. You know what I mean? So what they saying is like they want a baby dad. You know what I mean? They want a father of a child and whatnot, but they don't want the father of the child to be the father of the child. You know what I mean? Which is backwards. You know what I mean? It's like you have time in the effort to have the sex and whatnot to create the baby and whatnot, but you don't want the child to have the father being present in the baby's life and shit, which is trife. You know what I mean? But but because you want the cash, you know what I mean, from the baby dad, you know. This is crazy. Let me go back, man. That's bars right there, and it's facts.
think that you excel. Showing pics of your back, that's XL. Yeah, man, sex sells. It won't end well. Like training day for Denzel. And girls want a baby dad, but don't want their baby's dad to be their baby's dad. That shit makes me sad, no more so. That shit makes me mad. Daddy's in the solicitor's hallway, but he ain't got a suit for a court case. He's just got tracksuits and a North Face. Shit gets cold like Norway all day. And she's thinking my dad left, so I'll do this alone. Man, he don't need access. Put prejudice into practice, judging one man by another man's action.
Judging one man by another man's action. Alright, this is a lot to all she thinks, or all she thinking is my dad left, so I'll do that alone. Man, he doesn't need access. You know what I mean? Let me go back. I fucking think I read
Got
that wrong.
tracksuits and a North Face. Shit gets cold like Norway all day. And she's thinking my dad left, so I'll do this alone. Man, he don't need access. Put prejudice into practice, judging one man by another man's action. Guilty by association. That's why joint enterprise have man doing 8 for the blood on his homie's apron. Look at this road we've taken. On that note, don't you dare pretend we weren't there for 10. We're blaring them. You gotta tell man honest. I know that poppies grow in Flanders fields, but they also grow in Hellman province. A million coffins in a broken promise. Not the gun, it's the man behind it. What if the man behind it was blindsided?
You see that? Alright, I like that. Not the gun, it's the man behind it. what if the man behind it was blindsided? You know what I mean? Meaning like he was fed the fucking wrong information and whatnot to gear him to use the gun in inappropriate ways and shit, which happens frequently. Which is the reason why there's so much freaking gun violence all over the freaking world and whatnot. People have the equipment now to kill at will. You know what I mean? So therefore they're gonna do things that most likely, if they thought about it more, they wouldn't. You know what I mean? And the gun is like a final remedy at times and whatnot. Yeah, let's go, man.
Coffins and a broken promise. Not the gun, it's the man behind it. What if the man behind it was blindsided? He don't know the reason he's fighting. Next time I'ma need it.
See that? That's what I'm saying. He doesn't know the true meaning of why he's fighting and whatnot. You know what I mean?
What if the man behind it was blindsided? He don't know the reason he's fighting. Next time I'ma need it in writing. Punishment for all crimes we take part in. Punishment for this world we divided. Punishment for the lands that we harm, the hands that we scarred, the backs that we tarred, the ankles we chained, the man that we pained. And we talk about
Ooh, man. The hands that we scar, the backs that we tore, the ankles that we chain, the men that we pained. You know what I mean? And we think, and we talk about understanding. You know what I mean? It's like there is no understanding if you don't understand the pain and agony and shit that you have done and whatnot. That's deep. That's deep right there. I like that.
the lands that we harm, the hands that we scarred, the backs that we tarred, the ankles we chained, the man that we pained. And we talk about understanding. White man, they never know what the underhand is.
Ooh, white man will never know what the underhand is. I mean, damn, let's go.
The man that we pained. And we talk about understanding. White man, they never know what the underhand is. I mean, look what our country was built on. Look what our pockets were filled from. Empire, that's just another name for a plantation for some sugar.
Ooh. Wow. Empire is just another name for plantations for sugar and cane. What? Boss. Let's go. Let's go.
Pockets were filled from. Empire, that's just another name for a plantation for some sugar cane. Now the system has it, so it's systematic. Terrorism in the shit's Islamic. Like there isn't proof, so what's still in roof? Can't have it two ways with two laws. But when it's a white man killing black man, then he's fighting for whose cause? Could probably trace.
Okay, hold up. We can't have it two ways with two laws. But when it's a white man killing black man, then he's fighting for whose cause? We can probably trace cocaine money back to Bolivian roots.
Ways with two laws, but when it's a white man killing black man, then he's fighting for whose cause? Could probably trace cocaine money with Bolivian roots to militant groups that kill civilian troops, Parisian civilians too. And you can go on and act like this shit isn't true. You sit there on your stolen lands and look down on those with open hands.
You sit there in your stolen lands and look down at those with open hands and say, and this is just me and the night and the sky. I gotta listen to that.
You can go on and act like this shit isn't true. You sit there on your stolen lands and look down on those with open hands. And this is just me and the night and the sky. United we stand and divided we die. When questions come second and a man dies first. Will we ever learn what a black life's worth? Man could have been left unharmed. Instead he's lying dead unarmed. And marches don't make charges. Charges don't make justice. And we'll never learn what peace is if we can never learn what trust is.
Ooh, yo, cause it didn't begin with trust. It began with deception. You know what I mean? So I like that, yo. It's like, yo, look, bro, look. I'ma read like a third grader right now. Somebody told me I read like a fifth grader, but like, yo, I'ma read like a third grader right now. You know what I mean? Man could have been lifted unharmed. Instead, he's laying dead unarmed. The marches doesn't make changes. changes doesn't make justice, and we'll never learn what peace is if we can't never learn what trust is. You know what I mean? Those are bars. We could never know what peace is if we can never learn what trust is. You know what I mean? I have to read it because this is a person's writing. I have to make sure I get the words correctly. You know what I mean? If I don't get it correctly, then I might lead people elsewhere. You know what I mean? And I don't want people to veer off from the facts and whatnot. That's some deep shit. You know what I mean? If we never learn peace, how could we learn to trust? You know what I mean? And at the end of the day and whatnot, there's been so much freaking violence and freaking mistrust and whatnot. Where do we go? You know what I mean? It's very like it's very crazy. Will we ever learn what Black lives worth? You know what I mean? And that's what it is. It's like you have to use a level of empathy to actually realize what somebody else is feeling and whatnot. And a lot of times when it comes to race relations and whatnot, people don't have any type of empathy for the other person and whatnot. They just seeing like they being freaking um what is it again, being a be they feel like they need to be on a defensive and whatnot because they're being they feel like they feel like they're being unjustly blamed for something that they didn't do but their forefathers did. You know what I mean? But the situation was never remedied, so we just living in this freaking stage of limbo. You know what I mean? Where everybody is in heightened tension all the time. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it. Anyways, man, track was definitely on point. You know what I mean? I like where he was going with the whole justice and race relations and all that type of stuff and whatnot. Cause we just need to take a step back. I mean, like when I say we, I mean like whites, blacks, all type of freaking colors and whatnot need to take a step back and then come to the table and have an honest conversation. When you have honest conversation, there's going to be screaming and yelling. You know what I mean? But within that screaming and yelling comes resolution and whatnot, comes acceptance and comes all these things that have to happen for there to actually be an honest change. You know what I mean? The funniest thing in the world. I mean, I'm not gonna even say a big ass story and whatnot because I didn't know I was gonna do this freaking video. But the Jeezy and freaking Gucci Mane freaking verses basically was that level of two people that just didn't have anything for each other and whatnot. They ain't want to have a conversation. They just beef, you know what I mean? And they managed to squash that whole situation because of of a higher cause and whatnot. And the higher cause is peace, you know what I mean? And we all talk about peace and all that, but we have to hit the freaking topics and talk to the people that that we want the peace from. You know what I mean? We don't want to be fighting forever. Fighting forever doesn't solve any problems at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, like I'm going off course with this freaking shit. But like this is definitely a freaking dope ass track and whatnot. It brings out a lot of freaking emotion and it brings out a lot of conversations that I think that we all need to have as human beings and whatnot, and how we could live in the world peacefully. You know what I mean? We only got one planet Earth. Gotta love it. Anyways, anyways, my peoples and whatnot. If you feeling this track, you already know what to do and whatnot. Put it down there. And even the points where he was talking about the females and he found a way to actually niche everything together. That's why I kind of like this. But anyways, if you feeling this like I'm feeling this and whatnot, yo, put it down there in the comment section and whatnot. Tell me what your favorite part of the track was and whatnot. You know what I mean? If you guys want more tracks from my boy Kamakaze and whatnot, put that junk on the comment section as well. Or any type of videos, put that junk in the comment section. I get to it as soon as possible. Pardon me. You see this right here is my motherfucking thumb. You know what I mean? I need y'all to take y'all thumbs and throw it all the way up in the motherfucking sky. Show me some love and support in that way. You know what I mean? Another way you guys should show me some love and support is by subscribing to the channel right down there all day long, all day long. And that's about it. I'm going to check you guys out next time on the next video. Peace out, one love, and I'm out. You already know, fam. Let's go.